So I did a variety of things this school semester. I did several different films, and I've gone a long way. I started off from being just a regular old, just like I didn't know anything about acting. Pretty much, I'm gonna go over my acting today, cause I know I talked about it in some of my videos. I talked about acting and things that I learned and how I skyrocketed my acting experience due to the fact that I did it a lot. I performed a lot. And also, I got a lot of feedback from my professors. And I want to look back on the beginning of the semester and see how I evolved from beginner to what I am now. I'm not saying that right now I'm a good actor, but I would say I'm able to hold my own and be decent. In total, I think I did like a total of 7 films this semester. Let me check. But while I check, just wanted to let you know that some of the films are available in my YouTube channel. I'm getting really close. Hello. So if you want to check those out, see my performance, critique it yourself, make sure to check those out. So here, I did 4 here, and then I did. So I did a total of 6 actually. So I was one off. I did 4 scenes for Weatherby, and then I did 2 scenes for Bridesmaids. To give you guys some context, some background, Weatherby is like a really old script from long ago. It's not even in movie form. I mean, it is in movie form, but the movie's not really all that good. It's not really like high budget. It's not really recognized. So since it's really not as well known, that's why our professors chose this script for us to perform. And I would say that most of the students in this class did manage to make something that's not really like popular or well known and turn it to something that's really good. And I also like the fact that they chose Weatherby because that way we don't have like a good reference point. Since the movie that is not like since like the movie itself is not really all that good, not the best performances, and like not really well known, not really that entertaining, that leads to most of the students not wanting to watch the film. And since they didn't watch the film, they didn't really get a good reference point and try to like imitate their acting. This is not the case when it comes to Bridesmaids because Bridesmaids is like a popular film. Like it's on Netflix, I think. And yeah, it's well known. It's a film that got like, let's just say it's a film that got some actors into mainstream. That's pretty much all I want to say. So yeah, there was like a reference point for Bridesmaids, but I'll get into that later when we get into those films. Right now, let's go into our first film that I made, which is scene 5. Well, not that I made, but like I acted in, which is scene 5 of Weatherby. So let's get to it. Okay, so first of all, I am like really quiet. Okay, let's go back to the first frame. Okay, this is something that my professors picked up on, and I 100% agree. It's the fact that I'm portraying Morgan, this character right here. Also, by the way, spoilers for both Weatherby and Bridesmaids, but I'm portraying Morgan more of I chose a blank. I don't know why, but for some reason I chose to portray blank, like no emotions, because remember what I said about trying to imitate the movie. I did that. I watched like a couple of clips of the movie itself. I saw that the character, the actor portrayed like blankness, like no emotion or something. And like I thought that was a good idea because yeah, and like also this character kills himself. He's a creep. He's snuck into someone's house just to have like a dinner party and like just like an overall weirdo. And so like I thought, okay, since like he's a weirdo, I would try to portray no emotion. That doesn't really make sense, right? It doesn't really portray his wants or anything. It doesn't portray like what that type of character he is, his personality or anything. It's just not optimal. And also, I can also notice that my hair was longer back then. Um, I definitely prefer. Also, my beard was a little bit showing a little bit. I also prefer that shorter haircut. I don't know why, but just I like the faded low taper fade. It just looks better. Long hair is not for me. I also noticed that I wear like a skin tight shirt, so you can see like the veins in my muscles, which is kind of cool. But it was pointed out by our custom professor that, like, this is supposed to be like in the 90s, I think. And so I don't think someone from England in the 90s will wear a skin tight shirt, but it is what it is. We're just playing with our imagination. We didn't have the proper resources to um, get the proper costume for me. We still didn't get the proper resources until later towards the end of the year to get the proper costume for me. Like when it comes to like one of the bridesmaids scene, I use a cop costume, and like yeah, it was just like really late in the semester when we actually got to use costumes. For the most part, it was us, the actor, choosing the costume, and just like the costume designer class would just like message us and tell us, "Hey, look for this. We want this color. We want this style of clothing." That's how it was when it came to working with costume. So yeah. So I'm like really quiet. You can tell that I'm like shy, nervous, and everything. You can tell that I'm trying to put up an act, which is not ideal when it comes to acting because you want to make it seem like it's natural. You don't want to seem like you're trying to act. You just do it. So yeah, I think the reason why I was nervous is because not only was that my first time, but I just met this guy, the director, Brandon, and I went to his house. It wasn't even his house. It was his aunt's house, and the only reason why he chose that place is because it was so close to UNLV. And so, like, imagine this: you just met this guy, you didn't even talk to him or anything. You just get his number, right? Then you go to his aunt's house. You meet their family. You're in a very uncomfortable situation, but yet again, this happened in several scenes here that I'm gonna talk about. But yeah, also this is like the ones that I haven't posted on YouTube, so you're getting exclusive content. I will post these on YouTube eventually. What I plan with this scene right here, scene 5 of Weatherby, I'm planning of redoing it. Maybe me as an actor, I mean director. Try to get some directing experience. Maybe work with people who haven't acted before, guide them how I would have been guided when I was starting in my acting journey, or maybe like I could act again now that I've gained experience and become a better actor. So we'll see how it goes. Either I'm a director on this scene or an actor on this scene. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, we're talking about being in people's houses, right? It's yeah, I think it's. Strongly recommend that you get to know the person, the director, people who you're gonna work with, because if you don't get to know them, you're more likely to be uncomfortable on set because you're working with people that you don't know, and obviously you'd be much more comfortable if you work with friends. Try to be friends with them. Try to get along with them, even if you can't. You know, try to like at least pretend to, because you gotta be comfortable. You gotta be able to perform to your best success, and if being uncomfortable gets in the way of that, then don't let that happen. So yeah, and then my co-actress here she probably let the whole scene go all the way. Okay, I did mess up on my lines here. It should be "Shall we go down?" and I said "Shall we get going?" So always make sure to have your lines ready to go. Also, yeah, I was gonna say my co-actress here, Jackie. Yeah, she was doing really good. She was actually talking to me, and I don't know. There's some. There was like a long time ago, but I think there was something she did that made me feel comfortable. Made me feel like oh yeah, I got this. I'm gonna act. I'm gonna do this, even though I'm new. So yeah, I feel like she understood the mission. I feel like she understood what she wanted, sort of. I don't know. Really, I didn't really get to talk to her after this performance because actually no, I could see it through her eyes. I know what she wants. Okay, and that's like the most important thing about acting. You have to know what the actor, your character, wants. You can tell what I want. You can tell that I'm confused. You can tell that I'm throwing a blank. So I don't know. I feel like this was supposed to be a scene like because these two characters, Morgan and Jean, they end up like making out and everything. They end up like having sex and everything. And this was supposed to be like a romantic scene, romantic, like seduction scene. And I don't know. I didn't get any of that from me. I sort of kind of got that vibe from my actress, the person that I was working with. I sort of kind of got that, but yeah, not from me. Okay, well, I should probably describe how I got that from her. I don't know. When I look into her eyes, I just felt like she wanted to say something, but she couldn't, and that's ideal when it comes to acting because you have to like it's weird because you have to have your own secrets but don't say them, kind of like portray them to the camera. Like for example, her secret could be, oh, I want to have sex with you but I can't this moment because of this, and yeah, you can tell all that just through her eyes. You don't. It also have to be solely from your eyes too. It could be just from your hand movement, body movement, actions that you do. Things like this is like what shape your character, pretty much. So yeah. After this, I never got to work with Jackie or Brandon again for the whole semester. I Jackie ended up dropping the class, and then Brandon, I don't know why, but I guess I was cause like how the volunteering, like how teams are chosen is like the director. Well, first of all, the professor would be like, okay, we're gonna do this scene. No, this director is gonna do this scene. We need a certain amount of actors who wants to volunteer, and then certain people raise their hands and volunteer. And I think when it comes to Brandon, I think it's maybe because of the schedules didn't line up with me and him. So that's why I would assume we didn't work together since then. But who knows? The thing is, okay, so Brandon's probably not gonna be looking at this video. Who knows? Maybe he is. But as I said before, I think I'm working on recreating scenes from different movies, and I also want to recreate some scenes from Weatherby and Bridesmaids because they were just so fun to do. And I'm looking for people to work with. So one of the things that I need is sound. I need sound people, and I know Brandon does sound. So if you see Brandon working on some of my films, then there you go. You saw it here first on this video. And you're probably gonna see a lot of people who I might work with in the future in some of my videos. So look forward to that. Ah, yes, the bacon scene. Okay, so this was like the first really serious like on set, fully like professional set, um, just like film process in general. I remember I got like a call sheet, and it was the first time I got one. I was like, okay, this is really cool. I want to make one myself. Um, I know there's several like formats and PDFs out there. You can just like look it up on Google, just like call sheet format. But the one that they used was like specific to our university, and that's what I wanted. But I think I need to be in the directing class in order to get it. So that is what it is. Maybe next time. And also, this is I also went to. Okay, this is like a really far away, that really far drive from my house. I remember, I think like the call time was like around 12. No, 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 it was earlier. No, it was like around 12. Yeah, so No, it was 10. It was 10. I remember now because we started at 10 and the shoot ended like around 4 or 5. So, yeah, I remember waking up early, doing my routine, trying to memorize my lines, and then just like straight up going over there after. And I thought at the time I was like, "Oh, I can't be bothered. I don't want to do this at this time. I wish it was later." But now that I think about it, it was ideal doing early in the morning because you're most productive in the morning when you barely wake up because of the fact that I don't know, it's just I don't know, just science, I guess. You're just more productive in the morning. Some people might not say so. Some people they might say, "Oh, I'm most productive during the nighttime when I'm about to go to sleep," and of course that's not ideal. It's like, okay, you just waking up, you have like a ton of energy from sleeping. You want to use that energy towards some kind of important work. That's why today I decided to wake up. Like right now, it's like 7 a.m. I woke up like around 6. It just took me like an hour to do my routine, and now I'm working on this video because this is like one of the most important things about this. Like a really important job, work, not a job. I don't get paid for this. Okay, so let's talk about. I guess yeah. Before I talk about the actual film itself, I should probably talk about each person that you can see. I want to give each person the credit that they deserves because they were wonderful, amazing to work with, really supportive, and I also want to mention things that they could improve on, and they did improve on actually because this is was towards the beginning of the semester, and as they did more films, I got more experience. They got better. I gotta admit. So if you guys, if any of the people who made these films are watching this, give yourselves a round of applause because you guys are amazing. So enough sucking. Okay, I was gonna make like a metaphor for me glazing, but let's just move on. So the director Shannon, I remember. Okay, I think she was really good actually. I think she at the set itself on that day. I think there was certain things that she could have improved on. I think or maybe I was just slow. I don't know, but I think she could have, at least for me, guided me better towards my own realization. I think if she said something like along the lines of "Why do you want Marcia to leave?" Maybe I could have realized that, oh, I like Jean, because yeah, um, the first scene that we ever get of Weatherby is both of Stanley and Jean together. I played Stanley, and I never like looked into that. I would never like thought about, oh, okay, why do they start together? Why does the movie start with both of them together? Why does Stanley hang out with Jean, even though he's married to Marcia? And it's because Stanley likes Jean. It's so obvious, but I didn't know that at the time. I think maybe if like Shannon guided me to me realizing this sooner. What? Okay, she could have also said seduce Jean or something like that, and I probably could have gotten a different performance. I probably would have realized it. I was still this stuff like the face. I'll tell you when I stop getting nervous. I'm just sure this is gonna be a long video. I'm already 20 minutes in, but let's just move on. Let's make it a long video. Fuck it. So as I was saying, yeah, if she just had seduced Jean, different performance, and got like that would have been like a good way for me to realize that I need to be like I'm attracted. I'm like Jean pretty much, and the reason there was like a line that it was just me and Jean together on this scene, and I should have known. I try to make it like sympathetic that I like cared about what Jean is going through, but in reality, I probably just more care about what I want, which is to be with Jean. So yeah, I think that's what I've done differently when it comes to my acting. There's different things I would have done with my acting here. I remember I was like so nervous and stiff that that director Shannon gave me like a piece of paper and I was just like holding it very weirdly and I was like she was like, okay, hold it normally how you would hold it. and I was just like still holding it weird, and I was like, "This is how I hold it." And she was like, "Okay," and then she took the shot of me holding the paper. So that was that. But overall, she became a better director, I think. Yeah, definitely. I've seen her films since this one, and yeah, she got better. I can't describe it how. Maybe one day, if I get her permission, I'll go over her films, and this like in a video. But yeah, she's really good. And then Lily, I worked with a lot. She's probably the reason why I got so many views on this scene right here. Not because she's in the thumbnail or anything. It's because you know when you hover your mouse over a video, like you get to see like clips of it, and she shows up. So you know probably some guys, you know, hovered on the over the video, saw her, and then just clicked on it because pretty girl. Yeah. Overall though, again, amazing actress. She's like one of the best of our class actually. I remember like on days where we wouldn't talk about like important subjects or anything, she would still like write down notes. She would also participate in everything. She would like always ask questions and everything. She's like really wants to be successful. I think there's certain people in my class who I would consider that they would become successful. One of the greats, people who you see on social media, celebrities, pretty much. And I think Lily's one of them, definitely. But we'll get to her performance once we watch the film itself. Same thing with Mai. She's really good. She's been doing acting before, so she's a lot more experienced. I think Lily has too. I think I was the only one who wasn't as experienced when it comes to acting. But they both were really nice to me. They both really tried talking to me, making sure we had conversation, getting to know one another. You know, that way the whole set wasn't as awkward and as uncomfortable. And not to be like uncomfortable working with one another pretty much. So then we have Samia. She did a good job with my costume. Here, I guess I'll just show it. That way I can have a better reference point. Yeah, so the thing is, the only thing I brought is the slacks. I think I brought like a long sleeve sweater, but they didn't like the color of it, I think, or something like that. So I just got to use Hannah's, which is the camera operator. This is like her house too. Hannah were well, yeah, Hannah. Yeah, so this was her house. So I got to wear like her dad's shirt, and there was like this thing that you put on is like a collar. It's just like a collar. It's not like a shirt. It's like supposed to imitate having a shirt inside the sweater, but it's not. It's just supposed to be like a collar itself. So yeah, I think Samia has some thoughts and idea when it comes to my costume, which honestly it looked great. Every person who has seen this film that I showed to has said that like, oh, I look great, I look handsome, and it's probably because of the costume and also the fact that I'm just handsome overall. No, yeah. My professor said it. My mom said it. You know, they said that I look good on the big screen, and yeah, it's just how things are. I can't. What can I say about that? And then the sound mixer Caesar, that's like the first guy, no, actually the only guy besides me on set, and yeah, he overall, I think he's the person who I talked to the most. We started talking about anime, our favorite animes and stuff, and just like overall cool guy. I should probably get his contacts. He does sound. I was just talking about earlier how I wanted sound. So yeah, okay. Yeah, with everything in mind, let's play the scene out. And I'm gonna pause between, see just to talk about some stuff.
Oh, well done, Stanley. Thank you. Jean, we've got you breakfast. Thank you, Martha. I'm just coming down. Take the paper, Stanley. Hide it. We've got...
Okay, so this is something that I'm gonna talk about in my acting for beginners full guide. I want it to be like a long ass video, just talk about different parts of acting for the beginner, and I just want it to be like really long, very detailed. Also edited. I want it to be like professional, really good, and yeah, just reminded me of something. First of all, I'm like becoming my own character here. I'm just like doing whatever I want, and also I look very brown, and also I look very serious. So yeah, there's that. That's what I mean when I was holding the paper. Also, yeah, here when I believe this is kind of good. Cause I'm being reactive. This is like something also for beginning actors to keep in mind is being reactive. You know, react what the other person is saying, what they're doing. Just like react, pretty much. Don't don't be sitting still. Like react to everything. That's why this is what makes your character unique and special is the fact that it's yours and you can act and do things however you like. Like another person's not gonna have the same reaction that you have. What if like instead of this scene when she says put the paper away, Stanley, she instead Stanley pops the paper on Marcia's head or something like that. Or maybe he throws the paper away. Maybe throws her in the trash can. Maybe he keeps her or something. I don't know, but just do something different. Your reaction is what makes your character unique. And in here, I kind of gave the most basic reaction. It could have been more fun if I like throw it behind my back or something before Jean sees it. I could have done different things, but that was just like one idea. So yeah, be reactive.
Paper, Stanley. Hide it. We've got you bacon and eggs.
Why hide it? After all, she was there when it happened.
Okay, same thing. I'm still being quiet. Not ideal, but you know we move on. We move on. I think there was like some point in which I started getting louder. I think like the next scene I do though, I don't talk at all. I don't have any lines. And I was the main character in the next scene that we're gonna see, and I don't talk. I would just watch. But yeah, I'm just still being quiet. I'm still shy. I'm still nervous. So you know, the best way to get over this, however, is obviously to make more films. That's the best. Like, there's no other way to say it because it's like how I see making films, presenting films, is the fact that the pain's still gonna be there. It's like the gym. I know I've made this comparison before, but like you're always gonna be nervous. You're still always gonna be shy. Well, I mean, if you're someone like me, introverted, of course, you're always gonna be a little bit nervous before performing. But the more you do it, the more you know that pain, and you're more able to handle it. Like the gym obviously when you go for the first time it's going to be really painful, and before you go for the first time you might hesitate to do it because you might be nervous or something. You might like yeah, you might be nervous because it's going to hurt. But like the best way to like do it is to just go more often, like just keep going because it's still going to hurt. The pain doesn't go away. Just like the more you do it, the more the more you know of the pain, the more you expect it. So yeah, experience is key when it comes to things like this. It's about getting the reps in. So yeah.
Stanley, she doesn't want to be reminded. Would you? Oh,
Okay, this right here. This right here, when I noticed Jean coming in, and then I'm still holding the paper. This is something that Shannon told me to do. I think it would have been cool if I realized it myself, but yeah, I think yeah, my professors mentioned that this was like really good. That I still have the paper in my hand. Jean sees it, and then I hide it behind my back. Here, I'll show that part.
no paper, I'm afraid. I think there's a strike.
Yeah, and also, yeah, this was just this right here. The face that I do is one that I came up with myself. I remember Lily mentioned that. Oh, that's really good. Guys should get that. And yeah, they did like that. It's something that I just thought on the spot, thought it'd be good, tried it, and like in the script it says that Stanley gives a face of what can you do, like, oh, what can you do, and so that's what I did. I gave the face of what can you do. So yeah, I gave that performance. They liked it. Just this is just like a good example of trying something by your own, just giving your own idea, and yeah, it works out well. Oh yeah, this reminded me of something that um, happened on this set specifically, and that was the fact that I looked for approval, and what I mean by this is like I asked questions like, "Oh, can I do this? Can I do that?" And yeah, that's not ideal. I think the best way to go is just to do it, because I remember asking like the director if I could add my own line, and it was just like one word. It was like, because like later, when Marcia burns the bacon, I say, take it out, and all I wanted to say was Marcia, take it out. That's I just wanted to have one word, me saying her name, because I feel like yeah, we just been more dramatic. And yeah, I asked the director if I could do that, and they said no. And I shouldn't have asked. I should have just done it, because it turns out we can add our own lines. We can improvise. Obviously, not to a great extent, but yeah, we can do that. And we like I remember because like the next day, like or like 2 weeks after we shot this film, we see another student's film, and turns out they added their own line. They added like their own words, and I was like, oh, I could have done that too. And yeah, I feel like instead of acting, I should have just asking. I think I should have just done it, because that would have been more natural if I just did it. I think I should have been more confident actually. Something that my professor mentioned in my last day of school class is the fact that I need to believe in myself more. I need to, you know, be more confident with myself. And yeah, I think it's totally true. An aspect that I've struggled for a lot of my life is self confidence. Like ever since I was like in middle school, high school, I just been really shy, introverted. I felt like I wasn't better. Like I felt like everybody was better than me, and yeah, only until I got into high school, I got into weightlifting, that changed. You know, I started like during the end of high school, I started going to the gym more, getting muscle. I also started studying more. I took YouTube more seriously, and what I'm trying to get at is like by improving yourself, by doing good habits, and accomplishing things that you're proud of. That's how you become more confident, and you start to believe in yourself, because like if you can do something that's really hard, then you can probably do anything. You can probably do other hard stuff. It's probably the reason why a lot of people from the military are like really confident. It's because military is really hard mentally, and so if you do that, you become more confident, because it's like, okay, I can do this. If I can do this, I can do anything. But yeah, that's how it was. That's how you get confidence. And yeah, for me, just like the gym and setting goals and achieving those goals, it's what makes me confident. I do need to get back on track. I have been falling off when it comes to my goals. There are some days where I just lack off and do nothing, but yeah, I just make sure to always try again. One thing about me is like I wouldn't consider myself a smart person. I would consider myself a hardworking person, like stubborn, pretty much, because I won't get something right away. Like that's not how I am. But um, yeah, I'm the type of person who just keeps going, tries over and over again. There was like this one scene from that one Will Smith movie where it's like, if you told me a question and I don't know the answer, I'll tell you I don't know, but I'll make sure that I'll find the answer. eventually. If you give me time, I'll try over and over until I get it. And yeah, it's the reason why I hadn't quit YouTube. It's the reason why I've been going as far as I have. I the thing is, God gave me the gift of having good discipline. I can stick to a schedule and a routine really easily. But he also nerfed me when it comes to my social skills. So, that's how it is. But that doesn't mean that we can improve. We can all improve, of course. I didn't expect this to be yeah, talking about self improvement. But yeah, it's funny because your work, no matter what type of work you do, it all aligns with your mentality. And so if your mental health is not in order, then your work won't be in order. It's not going to be as great. And like, yeah, it's ideal. So I can't stress enough how important your mental health is. So yeah, if I strongly recommend too that if you are not doing well mentally, if you're struggling, I always recommend taking like a step back, just like a couple of days, just try to figure out how to improve your mental health and draw up like a map, a plan, pretty much on how to get there, how to be better mentally, because like if you keep going with bad mental health, if you keep doing the same work that you do with bad mental health, then yeah, you're gonna fail eventually. Eventually, you're gonna wanna escape from the world. You're gonna wanna consume content. You wanna eat more junk food, watch porn, or whatever. Because like if your life sucks, then you're gonna wanna have like a way of escape from that. So yeah, and that's where all the bad habits and sin come into play. So yeah, remember that if you have bad mental health, it'll be like a domino effect towards failure. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Anyway, let's go back to our scene right here. So yeah, I was talking about how I did good here. I'm still being shy and all that. Let's see.
Alright.
Well, I'm not in the pink. I shouldn't wonder.
Did you sleep?
Okay, so I talked about this in previous video, verbs, how they're important. Yeah, so you can probably tell right here from my eyes. The verb that I used was sympathize because and that's the same verb that my director gave me. That's the one that I did my own research trying to figure out. So that's what I used, and you can tell through my eyes, which I really like. You can tell before on the first film that I talked about that like I didn't use any verbs. I went in blank. And here you can tell that I'm trying to sympathize with my eyes. You can tell that I'm trying to do that. So I like the fact that you know my intentions now. That means that I've been improving. So yeah, just want to mention the verbs, how they're important. If you want to know more about verbs, just watch my previous acting videos. Also look forward to my acting for beginners full guide coming soon. So let's keep going.
I had dreams. Does anyone know why he did it? And why on earth he chose to come and do it to you? It was me who met him first.
I remember what I said about listening and being reactive. Yeah, this is like a good example. Look at me, I'm just like
Does anyone know why he did it?
I'm just like doing my own thing.
And
Drew,
why on earth he chose to come and do it to you?
I'm not paying
It
attention
was
to
me
her
who met him first.
or her. I'm just doing my own thing. I'm just paying. Okay then, yeah. That's just be reactive. Remember to be present. Don't think about anything else. Be in the moment.
I don't know why I didn't think at the dinner. I'd already met him. Could have done it to me.
I think the lonely recognize the lonely.
And you're not lonely.
Okay, so I do have something to say here, and I think that's going too into script. So here in the script it says that, like, you know, Jean and Stanley look at each other. You know, they both, like, they recognize their pain and everything. They're sympathizing with one another, but yeah, they're looking on one another. Yeah, I think this would have been better if instead we stay on Jean. We don't get my reaction, because honestly, my reaction doesn't really add anything. I'm just blank. So yeah, I think in this instance it would have been better if we just stay on Jean. Also, look at how good her she's as an actor. Like, you can tell she's been going through shit. Like, she's really good. No, but yeah, it would have been better if we stayed on Jean, because on this instance, yeah, we don't get anything from cutting back to me. So yeah, I know it says in the script that, yeah, they look at each other, but if on the film itself it doesn't add to, like, the emotional, it doesn't, like, really add an impact. Yeah, so just don't keep it. And this is my fault, by the way. This is, like, should have had more of a reaction. I should have been more reactive to this. I'm just drawing a blank. But yeah, I think you should, like, this is like a job for the editor. I know I haven't gotten to editing that much on this channel, but yeah.
I want coffee.
Stanley, do you mind? Go and do something useful. Do you know how to do it with the filter? Have you searched back over all your behaviors? You know, did you offend him in some way? That's what I've been thinking. Perhaps we upset him. Perhaps you look like his mother. I read in a book.
I think it was more what we shared.
What's that?
I told you. A feeling for solitude.
Well, you may have felt that, but to shoot your head off.
Please, the bacon's too much.
Oh, God, it never occurred. I didn't think. Oh, Lordy.
Pick it up.
I'm sorry, Jean. It's almost out. It's almost gone.
Okay, that's kind of goofy. She's using the water spray on the pan. No, but yeah, remember what I said? Marcia, take it out, and yeah. I think we're trying to make this too dramatic. By the way, this is supposed to be a comedic scene, by the way, but it just tonally it just feels really serious. I think honestly, if I knew what I knew now about improvising and all that stuff, we could have made the scene a lot more better, because it's supposed to be comedic. Like, she's using water spray to spray bacon. Like, how goofy is that? And so yeah, we just took this the wrong way tonally, on my opinion. And also, let's see. Oh yeah, and I was gonna say how I said before how the director told me to stay there, keep the door shut, like, stay there, look to see that my wife is gone. On not really my wife, but, like, you know, in the story, the scene, make sure that she's gone. So yeah, to stay there. That's what she told me. Again, it would have been better if I realized it myself. Pretty goofy, you know. Water spraying, and then here comes the money shot. I stay there. Yep, there. You know, I mean, to be fair, I do look cool doing this. You know, just walking over. Ah, come on, that looks cool. I can't just look at it like that. I look cool on that shot right there. That's pretty cool. No, but yeah, I do. I should have been more seductive. I already said before, I should have been more seductive on this scene. It could have been better, but it is where it is. Let's play it out. Let's end this section of the video, and then we'll move on. Because I do gotta take a shit. I'm gonna probably, like, take a break and then come back.
By no means, never get married.
pardoned by now.
Okay, so what I would have done differently at that moment, I think I would have grabbed her hand. Cause it's supposed to be like kind of like romantic, cause Stanley secretly likes Jean, and like they're like best friends and everything. They there are two people that we see at the beginning of the movie. So, and he secretly likes her. I think a good way to show that without like outright saying it is like, what if I grab her hand? Even if that director and the camera people don't show that, I feel like that still would have changed her acting and probably could have been like a better performance. It would have been like a good way towards her feeling more free to do whatever she wants, and also get a different reaction from me and her. So yeah, that's what I've done differently here. But overall, again, we're just beginning. Both the actor, director, everyone there, we're just beginning. We got a good experience from this. I would say this was like one of the first times that it felt like shooting was like work, which is not ideal. It felt like yeah, it felt like I just wanted to get out of there. Not ideal. This doesn't happen anymore. Every time I go on set now, it's like fun and everything. I actually want to do more whenever I'm on set. But here, I guess yeah, just I should have made it more fun. That's my only regret. So yeah, that's scene 5, scene 43. I'm gonna go take a shit, and then I'll be right back. So let's move on to scene 41 of Weatherby. Let's just say I did more than just take a shit. I got coffee, and also it's really cold outside. Anyway, scene 41. So let's start with director. Give props to everyone. Okay, let's just get it out the way first. Every person that I worked with was great. I don't think there was like a single person that I worked with that I had trouble with, that I didn't like. I liked everybody. Everybody was nice, super cool, and I just imagine myself as just everybody who I work with being really successful filmmakers in the future. Definitely, I can see that. So yeah, let's go on and give everybody their feedback and everything. Let's start with Anthony Mayer. So it's funny because at my job we have like different categories, sections. I work in the student union, so there's like 3 floors there. There's the third floor, which is like everybody who hires and like manages business, marketing, and all that stuff. That's third floor. Second floor manages like setting up equipment and everything. That's me. I set up equipment, and we set up the events, so tables and chairs, putting on lights, and yeah, all that. And then there's first floor, which is where it's like customer service. You get to talk to the customer face to face. If they ask questions to where the stuff is, and about the student union in general, first floor tends to answer. I work on the second floor. I set up equipment and events, and then Anthony Mayer is first floor. Technically, we work under the same department, but it's funny because we see each other sometime, because to clock in it's on the first floor. So yeah, we see each other, then we say hi to each other, and yeah, that's how I got to know Anthony first. I didn't know he was like a film major until I saw him in my class. So it's fun that we got to work with one another, and he was just overall really nice. Yeah, just fun to work with. The thing is, on the scene that we were doing, there wasn't much to work with. I don't have any lines. We could have been more creative. Of course, we could have done different stuff. Like I could have walked in, or maybe I could have done something. I could have done something besides just be there and say nothing. So yeah. Then there's Ivan. I don't remember too much on what he did on that specific day, but I think he just an overall nice guy. I don't know. I haven't got to know him yet. I do have their contacts. I think I will work with them in the future, probably. We'll see if they say nay, yes or no. They say nay. They say yes or no to me. But yeah. So then there's me, LinkedIn, policewoman and policeman, Moses and Jasmine. I mean, they're like both two of the best. I would consider two of the best actors in our class. Again, same thing with as I said with Lily. Then Celine, she's also the one girl that when I did the bridesmaids police car scene, she was also there. She plays like photographer in this scene. Samia, costume designer again. Oh yeah, I guess Ivan was the camera operator. I guess I forgot about that. Anyway, as I said before, Brandon I wanted from sound, and he worked on sound in this film. And then Byron, editor, which I don't think he was assigned to this class. He was just like an extra that showed up for work, which is something that I might do next semester because the thing is, I am assigned to this class technically, but as a producer, not as an actor or director. So yeah, I guess I'll find producing work, which I haven't done before. I'll share my experience on camera. We'll see what happens. So, nothing to say much from this in itself. I mean, everybody was really nice and everything. We filmed it at Jasmine's house. She made sure that we were all comfortable. I remember she gave snacks to everyone because we were there for a long time, right? I remember also talking to Celine. She gave me good acting advice. She also gave me advice to classes in which I should apply for, and also just overall, it was just a good, comfortable working environment. What I think would have been more like what I think would have been better is if okay, there's something that I noticed when it comes to a lot of people working on films, at least when it comes to my class, is the fact that they focus too much on props and what's on the script. They follow what's on script, and they have it set. You can't go off the script. Whereas, like, you have to still value your own ideas. You still can be creative. That just because you're following the script doesn't mean that you can't follow your own ideas. If you have an idea, go for it. Why hold back? It's your film after all. So yeah, what I mean by this is the fact that you'll see soon that there's a lot of props and everything, and also, okay, well, I'll mention it when it comes up when we watch the film itself. But yeah, I just felt like the focus wasn't the wrong thing. You'll see what I mean when we get to it. Let's see. There's anything about to say about anyone else? Oh yeah, this is like the only time I work with Moses, and he's a good actor. I wish I could have worked with him more. I've seen some of the other films that he made, and he's really funny. So, yeah, that's it. Okay, we'll talk about the film itself now. Excited? Me too, because I haven't seen this one in a while.
I love the way he is. Something. Tea. It doesn't get dark until 8. How long have you been staying with Marcia? Shop?
Damn! Look at those. Look at my legs though. Look. Okay, hold on. They're like popping out, bruh.
How long have you been staying with Marcia?
Now that's a guy who doesn't skip leg day.
Shop?
Look at that. Okay, no, now look at the film. Don't look at my legs now.
Unbelievable.
Okay, so look at my. Okay, so I remember this was one of the times where I wanted to take the role seriously. So what I did is it says on the script that Langdon, the police cop, has a mustache. So I grew out my mustache just for the film. It didn't grow out like to the best extent to what I wanted. I think this was like when I got my haircut too, so I look better. And yeah, this right here, I'm thinking. It's supposed to be I'm thinking. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm thinking. And my professor was like, "You don't have to smell your finger to think. You can just think. You can just do stuff. You can just act. You can get up off of your chair." This is what I mean. Where yeah, I second guess myself. I don't think I'm allowed to do whatever I want. I like what's it called? I just want to be like a puppet. Okay, I just want to, at least before, like not anymore, but like on the scene itself, I just want it to be controlled by others, because I thought that's what the best way to do it. That's what the best way to act. Just give the director what he wants, right? No, you have to do what you want. What do you as an actor want? That's what you have to ask yourself, and that's how answers come to play. That's how you get reactions, realizations, and as we said before, that's ideal. We want to discover, and the best way to discover is by going off of your own instincts, going off of being reactive and all that stuff. So you can't be as reactive if you just do what the director says, right? Yeah. So yeah, I'm thinking right here. I don't know if you can tell that I'm thinking. I'm joking, by the way. Also, something I noticed that the audio is really low. I can barely hear anything. Okay. Okay, yeah, so just remembered something towards the end. Yeah, the director told me to give like a little nod. And yeah, I gave a big nod. Like, oh yeah, it's over. So what I meant by um the scene itself being on the focused is the fact that we focus too much on these two cops, right? The reason why this is bad is because, and like, we give too much attention to these two cops and not me, which is Langdon. And the reason why having more attention towards me would have been more important is because I am a recurring character. I am a really important character. This is the scene of Langdon, after all. He's here to check out the scene, to analyze, right? These two cops don't show up in the film ever again. Same thing with the photographer. They don't show up again. So having this much focus on the cops would make the viewer think, oh, they must be important. They're gonna show up again, and that's not true. What's more important is Langdon, because he shows up in the movie again. He's an important character, and yeah, not to be mean or anything, but I think the reason why um I was chosen to be Langdon is because he doesn't have any lines, and I think the director thought that I wasn't as important on the scene, and yeah, since I'm an acting beginner, they probably thought that I wouldn't be able to handle it. That's just what I think. Um, don't know. Um, if that's the case, then I wouldn't really mind. I completely understand. You want your film to be good, and yeah, I guess you want to give it your all, and having someone mess up that up because they don't have experience, it's I can see why it's bad. Also, what I mean by like they focus too much on props is, they try to, since this is like the 90s, early like 80s or something. I remember they did a lot when it comes to the wall, like the wall of blood. I think I mean, they didn't do much too much with when it comes to this aspect. However, I think this, you see that computer and printer next to me, right? Yeah, I feel like they focused too much on that. They're like, oh, we can. There were like more stuff in there too on this cabinet over here. I think removing the stuff that was over here was kind of like a waste of time, because at the end of the day, we're still just playing with our imagination. The professor's not gonna critique you for the environment and like what's on the background. At least when you're first beginning, or when you're starting, right? They're gonna critique you when it comes to your directing skills. So I feel like focusing more on the editing towards me, maybe giving me stuff to do, actions, stuff besides just standing there, would be better, ideal. Yeah, I'm just like there in the background, not really that important. I try to be more reactive, more watchful, but since I don't know, What verb did I use when it comes to this scene? I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember what verb I used. Was it just watch? I'm watching the cops? That's not fun. Really, that's what I used. That's crazy. Okay, yeah, I remember. I used watch the cops. And I think I should have used what should I have used? Question the cops, question the female cop. Cause okay, I think the reason why I questioned the female cop, and I think I should have. Okay, I think right here, I think something that would have been really cool is if I got up and just looked at her, looked at what she's doing. Maybe like the facial expressions. Like I got up and got close. That would have been cool and more intense. And then I don't know. I can't think of anything that would have done different when it comes to this scene because besides just like getting up and being more watchful. I mean, the verb that I had in mind was like question or like doubt. Yeah, doubt the female cop because she's supposed to represent Jean. So I'm doubting Jean, and I'm trying to see if Jean killed Morgan or provoked him to kill himself. I don't really have anything when it comes to the Mel Cup that I could have done. Actually, what if like I kind of like talked to the photographer? That could have been also something that I could have done. The two actors, Jasmine and Moses, did a good job. They were just doing what they were being told. Okay, I remember something else now. I remember she looks at me, right? Right? No, before. Yeah, she looks at me. Yeah, I remember there was they had this interpretation where the female cop who shows up again just like once on the police station in the film, she shows up again, and I remember they mentioned something of the fact that what if the female cop um was in a relationship with Langton before, and like that could have worked for one take or like a couple, but not for that like every single take because it gave the same performance. Like it was still the back of my head. I think it would have been cool if like the director told me, "Hey, remember what I said about you being in a relationship with Langton before, or like with the policewoman before? Forget that. You're here to analyze the scene, and you can do whatever you want. You can get up, you can do this, you can do that. That's up to you." That's what I would have done if I was the director at this moment, but that's just how it played out. Something that I also uh, think, okay, more rehearsals. That's what I'm trying to get at. What I was thinking, because it's kind of limiting if I just sit there and I get why they just want me to be there, just want me to do that for blocking and everything. They want me to be on frame on every take, but blocking can be limiting, and since they said that I'm gonna stay in that chair and there only, that's not ideal. That's not really as impactful, right? I know I've said this before. However, I think one way that we could have changed it and maybe would have been better is if we did like a couple rehearsals, and in one of those rehearsals, the professor said, I mean, not the professor, the director said, "Oh, you can do whatever you want. You can get up, you can do this or whatever." In one of the rehearsals. If I do that, and I start doing my own thing, hiding my own discoveries, then they can adapt that. They can go off from that and pick different shots. So if I get up, they can have a shot when I get up. Me standing and me talking to the photographer. So this scene is not posted on YouTube. I'm gonna ask the actors and the professor if it's alright if I post. No, not professor, director. I keep getting confused. If I can post it. If they're not cool with it, then I won't post it. But yeah, I guess this is like the only time you guys are gonna see it with the commentary. But I'll see if I can post it without commentary. So yeah. Let's see if there's anything else I want to say. No, not really. I mean, again, this knot right here is kind of awkward. I don't know. They I remember they said that. Oh, it looks good. It's timed with her taking the picture. It's good, they're not, but it's like I don't like it. It's too much. Look at how far my neck goes. That's not how you nod. You don't nod like this. Okay, well, I mean, to be fair, it does kind of look like, okay, I've seen enough. It kind of looks like that's what I'm saying. But still, I don't know. I feel like I could have been more creative. If I could say anything about this film, is the fact that I could have been more creativity, pretty much. It's important for the I can't stress enough how important it is for the actor to have ideas as well. And yeah, let them play with those ideas. You can pretend to like those ideas and then not use them. Like I remember that's something my professor said is the fact that yeah, your actors are gonna have ideas. You might not like the idea, but you should still use it. That way they can have creative freedom, and then you as the director can choose to either use it or not when it comes to the edit. So yeah, not that big of a deal. It is what it is. You can just go for another shot, another take. Simple. All right, so let's move on and let's do our final Weatherby scene, which is the Chinese restaurant, which is actually the Italian restaurant, because we didn't get the chance to get a Chinese restaurant. I mean, we could have used Panda Express and the student union where I work. There's like several different restaurants. One of them is Panda Express, and that's technically a Chinese restaurant. So we could have done it there. But anyway, let's not get too distracted. We did. I mean, the place that we chose at the end was still nearby campus. It wasn't that far away. Again, I think the farthest. No, actually, no. When I did the what's it called, the cop scene where I was like just watching the two cops. I did have to drive a long way. No, but no, yeah, it was still the scene 43 of Weatherby was like the farthest I've drove for a scene. But yeah, so here it was still near campus, just like a local pizzeria that's nearby. It was a restaurant, and yeah, overall, how would I describe this? Um, I would say it was another one where I could have done more, would have been more creative, could have gotten more ideas. I think I was This was also another early in the morning shoot. I think we shot this one at 8:30 a.m. Yeah, same thing. We're most productive, energetic during the morning. I remember a couple actors being like tired and not the best energy because of the fact that it was early. Not everybody is a morning person. That's okay. As long as you get your work done first, as long as you're productive, that's all that matters at the end of the day. But yeah, this was done early in the morning. Good for me, bad for other people, pretty much. We went to this restaurant, and the reason why we went early is because we wanted to get there before other customers started coming in, and maybe messing up the film, talking over it. So yeah, that's why. And this scene, I'm also playing a female character. This is the first time I play a female character, and I did not get the mission. The thing about female characters, if you're like a male or if you're like a female playing male characters, is the fact that you don't have to act like a female. Like I'm a male, and I like how I would have told myself you don't have to act girly. That's the thing. Even though Chrissy, the character I play, is like really girly and like sleeps around with guys and stuff. Well, not sleeps around with guys, but like sleeps around with other people besides his husband. Even though she is that, that doesn't mean to like, oh, she's like girly, like yes, slay queen and all that stuff. You know, um, go get a girl and that kind of energy. I don't have to do that. I just have to. What I should have done is okay. Instead of trying to act girly, how about you act how Chrissy would act? And I should have done that because an actor has their own interpretation of how a character is. And so I should have just focused more on that than trying to act girly. So that's the feedback that I would give myself right off the bat from what I remember in this scene. Yeah. Okay. So let's go over everyone and see if there's any feedback or anything that I could say about them. So Aurel, the director, Really nice person. Really nice person. I got his Instagram recently, and yeah, he's super cool, super positive as well. I'm definitely gonna work with him. I hope so that I work with him in the future. I think it's really cool. He's really nice. I felt comfortable right off the bat when it comes to meeting him. He's just so positive. I really love it. Gianna, not any feedback that I can say right off the bat. I think okay, so this might be a little bit mean, but maybe knowing all. Well, I mean, to be fair, she does say like a lot of lines. Like her. Well, no, to be fair, the when we do the bridesmaids, they're just like longer because like she has to like she. Well, what I was trying to say is she has to say a lot of lines. But in Bridesmaids, the movie that we do next, there are even longer lines. So there's no excuse or anything. I was like, you should still be able to memorize your lines. I memorized my lines for Bridesmaids, and like I had to say like a lot. So if I can do it, she can do it. And also, if you memorize the lines, you feel more confident with yourself, and if you feel more confident with yourself, the more you're willing to have discovery. So there's that. Drew is someone who I believe he did a good job on this scene. I mean, yeah, and I remember I worked with him for one of his films. I was pretending to be like a scary guy, walking with my hands in my pockets, just hood up and everything, emo and everything. Yeah, really cool person, really nice. I'll see if I can work with him in the future. We'll see. Then there's me. I already said what I said. Samia, I work with again. I don't know too much about costume design. I know for a fact that it's hard to pick um, a female. Okay, so I'm a male, right? You would think like it would be harder for me to choose a costume for me because I'm a male and I'm playing a female. So yeah, and I got to wear female clothing on this scene right here. So yeah, another Shannon. Yeah, she was my director before. I know she's also into sound as well, but she's an editor as well. I mean, this is also like a way for me to promote people who I've worked with. Yeah, like I mean, hopefully they can find good jobs in the future, and if this video can help them find a job, maybe find someone to work with, then I'm glad. I'm glad I can help in some way. If this video ends up like getting views and stuff, so we'll see what happens, right? Damon, who was Damon? I forgot who that is. I forgot who that is. Okay, camera director for I forgot who that is. Holy shit! Now I feel bad. Uh, okay, well let's just go on. Then there's Yolks. God damn it, I forget these people. Okay, this is a good bad sign. I remember Hannah, and I remember Caesar, and I remember Loki. I remember Caesar, Loki, and Hannah because Hannah and Caesar I worked with, and then Loki he I talked to him, but I don't remember Damon and Vajogs. Okay, actually I think I know who they are, sort of. I did get to talk to both of them, and they're really nice. I just forgot a little bit, but yeah, I mean, when it comes to the actual production process, they were like really effective and really active. They got the camera work done really fast. I think that was like really cool. The reason why I'm starting to remember now is because I think I worked with Vought Yelks in another film, which I script supervised. I don't know if I'll probably show that one. I'll show that one. But yeah, I'll just remember to mention to support the original creator. But yeah, and nothing too much to say about them. I didn't really get to see their camera work. When it comes to Hannah as an assistant director, she's like a really good assistant, by the way. She was an assistant in another scene that I worked on, and she is really effective. She gets people working under pressure. She is on track with a lot of the stuff. Yeah, she's just really good. I don't know. I kind of, the thing is, I wanted to work with her again in the future, but I don't want her to just be an assistant director again or like an assistant. I want her to do her own thing. So that's why if I want to work with her in the future, I want to make her do something that she wants. I mean, if she wants to do like assistant, like a director, then yeah, sure. But yeah, I just don't want her to do the same thing over and over. She's really creative. I had her for screenwriting class, and yeah, she made a good story. So yeah, I wanna work with her in the future, and she has potential. Caesar I work with, he's another sound guy, and then Loki is someone who helped me with my costume. He was more of a personal. He was a boom operator, but also a personal assistant as well for everyone on set. So yeah, overall nice people. Again, I can't say anything bad about anyone that I work with. Everyone is super nice, and I'd love to work with them again. So, with that out of the way, with all the prices out of the way, let's get into it, right? Yeah, Italian restaurant. Okay, I forgot to praise one last thing. Aurel, the champ that he is, after we were done shooting, he got us food, he got us pizza. Bruh, if there wasn't okay, this might if there wasn't anyone there, I will suck him off right then and there. I'm joking, by the way. I'm not gay. But no, but yeah, he's really nice. He got us pizza for everyone. He got us 2 boxes of pizza. That's crazy. Very nice guy. Very nice guy. Love to work with him. Okay, so yeah, there's something that my professors mentioned, but I agree as well. This first scene, well, shots where Jean is sitting down and putting her coat down, it just feels unnatural. It feels like she's waiting for something to happen. So just wanted to mention that. Also, something that I noticed that could be an issue. I don't know if this happened. Probably, I would think so. But continuity, right? You see people in the background eating, doing their stuff. Those people weren't there when we got there, when we started shooting. They started coming in later. That's probably going to be the case where in some shots they're going to be there, in some shots they're not going to be there. Yeah, that's just what happens when you're filming in public. You can't really control the public. They're extras, but since they don't really know about the film, you can't really control them. And yeah, I guess that's just an issue when it comes to working with in public. Yeah, she just looked like she's waiting for something. Unnatural. Okay, an idea that I had right here, right now. What if instead of her just waiting around, she orders something? Because on the script, it says that, when, like, you see later on the lines, they say, oh, like she says later, oh, I already ordered. Why not just do that? Like, if you're gonna have a scene where, like a shot where she sits down and puts her coat down and wipes her face, why not just have it so she orders something? Because that's on the script. That's what happens. It wouldn't be anything wrong with that, and it would be creative as well. I don't know if it would add anything to that character, but it certainly would add something to the world. So, yeah, that's just an idea that I had right now.
Oh, well, goodness.
How are you? This is a coincidence. Have you met Chrissy? Jean Travels.
Hello.
Is this coincidence?
Good lord, yes. Given up thinking about you.
Well, please
I like the pause here, by the way.
do, or would I be interrupting?
I just want to mention, I look very, I look brown. Well, yeah, it's just my skin color. But also, the TV on the background is very distracting. Also, Drew is a good actor.
Not the slightest.
Also, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm trying to smile. I think I was trying to be positive. Okay, this is weird because I was trying to be fake positive, like, oh yeah, I want to see you, I like you, you're cool, but trying to make it fake, because that's probably what Chrissy is thinking about right now. It's like she, like, Drew brought Chrissy to a restaurant where Jean is, so she'll probably be jealous. She brought another woman. No, she brought her with another woman, a woman that Langdon likes. So clearly she's gonna be jealous. I'm sure I show that, but by showing like a fake smile. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell from my acting that that's the case, but yeah, I hope so. I mean, I don't know. My professor said that my like I wasn't there, like I was unfocused. You couldn't tell what I wanted. Same, like the same thing with the first scene that I did. You couldn't tell my goal, what I wanted. So yeah, I fuck, I spilled coffee on me. Yeah, so you can't tell what I want on this one. I guess this is more of a, I don't know. I guess it's probably because I was probably sleep deprived. I did stay up the day before this shoot, and yeah, I guess I also didn't study. I didn't do as much preparation when it comes to this scene right here, because I remember my professor asked me, okay, why is Chrissy accompanying Langdon? And I couldn't answer that. I couldn't answer why I was there, what I wanted, um, what I wanted out of Langdon, what I wanted out of Jean. I couldn't answer those things. It's important to do your own research before you do a shoot, because yeah, it's gonna come up. It's important. Like if you don't do your research, it's gonna show. So because your eyes tell everything, pretty much. So always make sure you do your research on your character. Just like read the script again and make some notes. Ask questions to yourself about the scene. Draw your own opinion. Memorize your lines, and all that will help you be more confident, and it'll allow you to experiment and have different discoveries. So yeah, I didn't do that, so that led to me having a poor performance.
Chrissy came into town to pick up some gear.
Okay, something that I noticed, and I think a lot of people should know about, is being still. I don't think you should always be still. I think you should be moving on some sorts, or having some sort of actions, even if it's like with your eyes. You should still have some sort of action, because if you're still, that kind of draws the momentum away from the scene, which is not ideal. So keep in mind the momentum, the energy, the vibe, and don't try to kill it. Try to be active. Pretty much, as I said pretty much throughout this entire video.
I ride horses.
I ride horses.
I said I'd take her into town. We'll go to the cinema. Yes, thank you.
Beer, please.
And me. And what are you doing?
Oh, I don't know. I've already ordered.
All right.
I'm afraid I got frightened.
Right.
Do you live on your own?
No, I don't. As it happens, a girl came to stay with me.
Oh, she stayed.
Yes, a friend of John Morgan's. Have you heard about this?
Yes, I have.
So you know who I mean.
Okay, this I might be wrong, but when I said yes, I have right here, I think this was, I think this was sped up by the editing. I could be wrong. Maybe I just said it really fast, but it just feels fast. But yeah, nothing too much to say. Just that I have dark skin. Well, yeah. Nothing that I've said before. I already said everything that I need to say. So yeah, let's keep going.
Today I was going to go home, and then somehow I couldn't face it. I just had to get out.
Why does Karen frighten you so much?
It sounds silly, but I can't quite get hold of her. She arrived at my doorstep, and I thought, oh, she must really want to talk to me because we've had similar experience, I suppose. But it's as if she's missing a faculty. she seems to say something, and then it just slips away. She has no curiosity. And also, she has to say goodnight. I said fine. The next day, she didn't either. Then yesterday, she asked if she could stay on. It's a hard thing to say, but I can see how Morgan became obsessed with her.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. 100% agree. So the editing kind of fucked me over here. As you can see, we're just cutting back and forth between Langdon and Jean, and nothing much from me. They don't see my reaction from me. I'm just there. I think I'm just there, but I'm not showing. I could see. Okay, so remember what I said before? How I don't add too much of anything from my reaction from the last scene. How they should have just stayed on her. Same thing here. I think when it comes to if you want to present this to the classroom, yeah, this would be ideal because since I'm not really given too much reaction or discovery, I'm not really adding too much to the scene itself, then yeah, there's no point to cutting to me, right? Well, even still, even though I am on the scene and I am trying, the fact that I was kind of left out again, this is another instance where I feel like I was chosen the smaller role just because I'm a beginner actor, probably. But yeah, since there wasn't that much focus on me, it still leaves it so it's unnatural where I do leave. There's no build up to me leaving, since you don't get the reaction from me, since you don't get what I'm looking at, what I'm seeing. I could be leaving for another reason. I could be going I could be thinking about something else or something like that. I could be doing all sorts of different things, but my head wasn't there at that day. I was really just blank most of the time, so I can't really blame the director for choosing not to cut to me to that, not cutting to me too much. So I get that, but yeah, it was still just overall unnatural just seeing this, and also, yeah, let's just show it just real quick.
Why don't you just ask her to go?
That's what I.
Yeah, we dismiss me leaving really fast. We cut back to the dialogue quickly. We go back to the dialogue quickly. That's what I'm trying to get at. Not cut back. There is some time in between, but they just seem to ignore the fact that I left. I just left and they just go on. They pretend like it didn't happen. So, not good when it comes to that. I feel like the thing about this scene is the fact that I didn't get that much direction. What I mean by this is I got no notes from the director. The director didn't talk to me while I performed. Pretty much. So yeah, they only gave notes to the actress and Drew, and yeah, I feel like that also undermined me. It made me feel unimportant. And if I feel that way, if your actor feels unimportant, they're not gonna give their best performance, and therefore not do their best. Pretty much, they're not gonna do as well. You have to make it so every actor feels important, like they're the main character. Because if that's the case, they'll give their performance, and they're gonna have different discoveries, pretty much. Because if you feel important, you can feel free, and if you feel free, you can do whatever you want, and you can do whatever you want. You can discover different things and try out new things that might work and make the film overall better. So, yeah, don't undermine any actor.
She makes you feel that would be very rude.
Oh, that's it. I think improv would have been better here, towards the end, because I think just cutting to Drew, I feel like just seeing him nod and everything, looking serious. Yeah, it's cool and everything, but like imagine if that's how you were watching an actual film, and this is where the scene ends. I don't know, it feels kind of natural, in my opinion. If it just ends right here on him nodding, maybe it will work if it was closer, like if his face was closer to the camera. But in here, it just feels empty. I don't know. It just feels sort of like unnatural. maybe you could have him improvise here, do some sort of like dialogue that's not on the film. Like you could have him say his own stuff and like maybe cut on his dialogue because on a scene like this you kind of want to cut on action. There's something that keeps mystery, that's cutting on action, you know. And this is like supposed to be like an intense scene because again, he brought his girl over to see another girl. It's supposed to be kind of tense, and so I don't get that from this. Maybe having like a close up, seeing his reaction, or maybe having him do something different, something that's not on the script, some sort of action that's not on the script, or a piece of dialogue that's not on the script. I think that would have been ideal. Then also me leaving. You don't get to see me leaving. I could have just walked away to the bathroom. Simple as that. Just for continuity. But I just leave and I disappear. I'm not anywhere. I leave. I don't even get food or anything. I just leave. Yeah. That's all the feedback that I got for this scene right here. Again, we're learning. We're still becoming better. This is just the beginning stages of everybody. It's not just me, but there's several filmmakers here in my class and in my university that are just beginning, just experimenting, and they're gonna become great filmmakers. I'm sure of it. So that's gonna be everything for Weatherby. I'm not ending the video yet because I did make films for other films for different script. We're gonna talk about Bridesmaids now. So let's get into it. First off, we have the ring scene, the one where would you like an apple? Okay, so feedback right away. The fact that first of all, this crew wasn't that big. Sure, it's kind of like natural for not have a lot of people to help you with in your film towards the beginning because you're just starting, you're just beginning to know people, right? This was towards the middle of the semester. Well, it's like the second half of the semester, and we had some time to get to know people, get one another, get teams ready. Before this film, I already was in like a couple of sets with lots of people, with people to help the director with the camera, costume, lighting, like also like assistant directors and all that stuff. A lot of people, pretty much. And in here we went back to basics. We went back to just director and actors and costume designers, which the costume designer wasn't even on set. It was kind of weird because we didn't even use a slate for some of the other films. We did use the slate for help with the editing, right? We didn't use it on this one. It was just a guy with his phone recording. There was a couple of issues when it came to this shoot. I remember on the first day, one of our actors didn't show up because she got an injury on her finger. She burnt it, so she wasn't able to come. And I remember the director was upset because we planned it that day, and something happened that ruined it. But we just rescheduled next week, same day, and we filmed it. And the thing is, the place where, because we were shooting in the open, right? There's like this room in the film building where there's snacks and everything, like seats, food, and water and stuff. There's free snack for all film students, pretty much. We were gonna film there, right? Turns out it was being occupied. People were there, film. I think they were filming as well, or just like hanging out. So we couldn't really film there. So we started just like scavenger hunting around campus. We went to the science building. We went to the library. We went to the student union. Yeah, we just looked several different places to find somewhere where we can film without being interrupted, right? So that was fascinating. I didn't, because we were walking around and it was like during the middle of the day. Obviously it's going to be active. Obviously there's going to be people walking around. It was like on a Tuesday like 10 p.m. I mean, not 10 p.m. 10 a.m. This was like peak working hours for students. So it was really hard to find a place, and so we ended up stealing somebody else's place. I remember it was Brandon's. He was in the student union second floor. There was like a studying room, the place where it's quiet and we study. There's like mirrors all around. And yeah, Brandon was there. He was gonna shoot the same day, the same scene too, on the same day. And turns out his actors didn't show up, so we stole his spot from him. Yeah. Well, I mean, Brandon, if you're watching this, thank you. It was really helpful for us because um, we don't know what we would have done if we didn't film at that time. You know what we would have done? We would have found a different place. We would have filmed a different day. We would have. To be honest, I wouldn't have mind offering my house to film in. Like, yeah, I guess that's also something that you have to keep in mind is, offer what you have. If you have equipment, if you have like a house, location, if you can, yeah, just help your director in any way, do it. Like if you have a car and they don't offer a ride, try to don't just do this as an assignment. Do it because you like working, if you like filmmaking, pretty much. Because for me, as I did more filmmaking, it kind of turned into play. This is my work task. This is like this is fun for me. Like I can do this hours on end and without getting tired. This is fun. This is playing. I love this. This is my passion. This is what I want to do. And so, I shouldn't, just because I'm doing it for a school assignment doesn't mean that it has to be boring. This is what we're training for after all. So yeah, don't see it as just work, just like an assignment that you have to do. Do it because you want to do it, not because you have to. So yeah, Cameron, don't know too much of him. I mean, thing is, he's also a person who didn't really give a ton of notes. I kind of just did my own thing. I brought my notebook and I had my own notes. And to be fair, that's perfectly fine that he didn't really give a lot of notes. There's another director that I work with who also did it. But yeah, still, I don't want to make it so I'm doing like all the work that I did, all the research, because if I feel like I did all the research and all the work, I don't know, it just kind of makes me lose a little bit of trust on my director. Like it makes me think that they focus too much on, equipment, props, than actual acting in general. And as I said before, you want to make the actor feel really important because the more confident they are, discovery. So yeah, I feel like discovery turns out is like the most important aspect when it comes to acting. As I more think about it, I'm glad I'm doing this because it did help me come up with some ideas for my acting for beginners video. So yeah. So also, oh yeah, Ivy, yeah. Yeah, she's a good actress. She's been good from the beginning. The scene where the slate fell in the night scene, the first one that I showed you, when she did her own one, she did really good. I think she's a good actress when it comes to, yeah, just acting in general. What the heck? That doesn't make sense. Yeah. She also edited, I guess because she just wanted to. And then Bria, the thing is, she was out of town when we filmed, but the week before, where we were gonna film originally, she did show up, and she told us what to expect from our costumes in person. So that was cool. She also gave us like a lookbook. I can tell that she did a lot of research, but apparently, when it came to my costume, our professor for the costume department didn't like it so much. It wasn't what she would expect. I think it's because she was like expecting something more fancier. But yeah, I think overall my performance in this scene was better. This is like the scene where I think I became free when I was like, okay, I can do whatever I want, and I tried all sorts of different ideas, different things. And I remember this is not the one that we showed in class. I think we showed like a different edit, which is funnier. I remember that was like towards the end. I don't know if it's here, but we'll see. Where I was pretending to be on that phone call, and I just say all sorts of silly things. I went freestyle. I went improvised. I did my own thing. Did my own ideas. Did my own lines. It's not the end of the world if you go off script. It could be fun. It's my idea after all, so why not? Anyway, let's go on and do this. I'll see if there's anything I can critique and give feedback with.
Creepy neighbor invited me in to watch the news again.
Let me help you with those. What? Just the magazines.
Oh.
Welcome to the Wine and Magazine Party, right? yeah. It's funny how I pretend to be. You can even see our director smiling through the reflection on the window here. Yeah, we're just playing around. It was fun, you know. Yeah, we're just going with it. It's a comedy movie, so might as well have fun. Have a seat. Oh yeah, this is like my favorite part. I think this is my best performance, maybe of the semester. I don't know. I really like my reaction and how I'm boastful, and my eyes too. It's just it tells what I want. It says what I know. It you can see my intentions. You can see that I want to brag towards Annie. I'm so happy you're here because I really would like some apple. Would you like some apple? Also, the ring pop. That was my idea. You can see it's like really big. It's.
Lillian, what is that?
I gotta get it. Oh, come on. That's a good shot. That's a good reaction. That's a handsome motherfucker right there. Yeah, the ring pop. Cause here's the thing. I'm not going in order then because okay. Well, we'll get into it, right? The week before, I filmed another film. I wasn't acting on that one. I was script supervisor. This is the film that we're gonna see next. Yeah. Probably not gonna say too much about it because it didn't really have that much involvement. I was just script supervisor. But pretty much, the week before that, I left my backpack on that set on the film that I worked before. In that backpack, there was a ring. That's the ring that the costume designer, I forgot her name, my bad. The costume designer gave to me to wear. And so I left my backpack on that set, and the ring was there on my backpack. The director of that set got it for me and gave it back to me, thankfully. He was really nice. But, yeah, so I didn't have it. And so I felt really bad because I left it there, and she gave it to me. And so I wanted to find a way in which I can compromise not having the ring. And so I kept thinking, okay, what do I do? How can I replace a ring? Where can I get a ring that's cheap, right? You know, I could have used like a ring that my parents had. But the first thing I thought, I don't know why I thought this, but yeah, ring pop. Amazing, great idea. So I went to Target, bought some ring pops. There was like, okay, here's the thing. It wasn't like just like a single ring pop. I couldn't buy that. Like, they weren't selling that kind of stuff. I had to get like a whole bag of ring pops because I couldn't get just one. They weren't selling those. And so you could also tell that I think it's towards the beginning. You can tell that my mouth is blue. I've been sucking on this ring pop. I don't know if you can tell. Look. Have a seat. My mouth is blue. I don't know. Nobody said anything about that. Nobody said anything, like, even in class. Nobody said anything about me, my mouth being blue.
Lillian, what is that?
And like on some scenes, my mouth is not blue. In some scenes, my mouth is blue. It's funny. Yeah. So, I remember just giving like a ring pop to everyone. To the director, Ivy, Brandon. He was also there. He was waiting for his actors. But yeah, since he also brought his apple and we didn't bring a apple, so yeah, he let us use his apple. I made sure to give him a ring pop for being nice, for helping us in our film. So yeah, thank you a lot, Brandon. Also, since where we were filming was also on the same spot where I work at, I remember going to the break room and just leaving like a whole bag of ring pops in the break room. So, everything turned out well. It was a good day. It was fun. Let's go on. I got engaged.
Wow. What? What? Wow.
He asked me last night. That's why he's been acting so weird. I guess he's been planning this for like 2 months, and he's not a good liar. Honestly, if he wanted to blow it, he would have just stayed away from me.
Oh my god. Wow.
I know, I'm shocked. But I'm happy.
Oh my god. I'm getting hot.
Oh, are you okay?
My pits are sweating. My stomach hurts. I don't know. Oh my god. What's happening? What's happening? Ah! Lillian, you're getting married.
Yup,
Oh my
yup.
god.
And so you'll be my maid of honor.
Of course. Of course I will.
Okay, right here. There was another edit where, yeah, so right here. Was like after we hug, and we cut to me. There was another edit that we presented for class, and I feel like I like that edit better. This one's not as this is not as funny, and also not as impactful. Because right here, we cut to just me saying, "And so you'll be my maid of honor." And so you'll be my maid of honor. Whereas the one that we showed in class, after we hug, I'm there thinking for a while. Like I think for a while because I forgot my lines actually, but it turns out it's better because instead of it doesn't show that I'm thinking for my lines. It shows that I'm thinking if I would actually want Annie to be my maid of honor. That's how it went out. That's what I like about it. Cause yeah, it just instead yeah, yeah, you know what I mean. It shows that I'm thinking about that instead of the other thing, which is impactful, better. The more you take your time, the more impactful things are. Like the more people are like drawn towards paying attention to you because silence is a good way for people to pay attention to you because they're looking at you, they're expecting for you to do something, say something, and so the more time you take with that, the more expectations you build.
Of course I will.
We'll have so much fun. We'll plan everything together.
Planning a wedding.
Are you sure you're up for this? Same thing here. In the other edit, there's also me thinking, "Are you sure you're up for this?" Like me questioning if she's actually ready for it. Like, yeah, it just feels more natural, pretty much. If you don't just say straight off the bat, "Are you sure you're ready for this?" You kind of think a while if the other person is actually ready, like if they're doubting themselves. You try to feel it. And I guess that's something that I would change. Is like, instead of me looking at the ground and then looking at her, "Are you sure you're ready for this?" I think what I would have done instead is I would have looked closer at her and stayed on her and then been like, "Are you sure you're ready for this?" If something like that, because yeah, I guess that's would be because I'm questioning her, right? I'm trying to make sure if she's ready for being the maid of honor. I feel like that realization comes from looking at her, not from looking at the ground, not from me thinking about it. So yeah, that's something I would change right here. I know it's odd to ask and to put on your plate, and I know you've been going through a tricky time lately.
Stop. I would love to do it. It's not too much.
This is a sound effect. I told the director to actually call me, to have someone call me, like actually on my phone to make it more natural, but instead, the actress and the director gave me sound cues. They said ring 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 ring, like they said it like that. They didn't give me any other cue. It was funny. But yeah, then the director in post added this sound effect, and I 100% agree with my director said that having the sound effect makes the film feel unnatural. I know it just like takes you out of it. It's like kind of breaking the fourth wall. There was like another film that a classmate made in the same class where he does break the fourth wall. He looks at the camera and says his line. And yeah, it's funny. It works. Same thing with this. It's funny. It works. It made the students laugh. My classmates laugh. but it doesn't feel like it doesn't go with the same tone of the movie. Like you have this only on this scene, and then you don't have it in the rest of the movie. It feels unnatural. I don't know. It would be kind of weird if like Deadpool broke the fourth wall in the beginning of the movie and then never breaks it again. It's just not like you already trained the audience to expect that, and so if you don't give them that throughout the movie, then it feels weird. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. Hold on, Annie. Give me 1 second. It's my fiance. Hey, baby. Yeah. Yeah, I just told Annie.
Yay!
Yeah, she's excited. Yeah, let me check. Hold on, Annie. I'll be right back. Yeah, baby, I miss you too. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, she's excited. You want to invite more people? That's crazy. Okay, this one got a lot of people laughing. Yeah, this one got a lot of people. That's crazy. Okay, maybe it's not that funny, but I don't know. People in my class thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. That's crazy. You want to invite more people? That's crazy. Well, you can come over later. I don't mind. Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, I just there was stuff when I said different things. I remember there was this one shot where what's it called? It was like this one shot where I talk on the phone for a bit, make up my own conversation in my head, and then I hang up, and then I go back to sitting down, and then we continue the one in magazine party where me and her just like look at magazines, and then also we land on like a picture of her, not of her, but like of like sweets, of cakes and stuff. And since Annie on the film is actually a bit like a baker, well, used to be a baker, I was like, oh, why don't you do these? And like, why don't you bake these anymore? And I was like, she was like, oh, I don't do this anymore. I don't bake. And I was like, oh, what was the name of your bakery again? Cake Baby, Cock Baby, Cock Baby. And I remember just making everybody laugh. I really wanted that one to be shown because it was really funny. It was really like it was improvised and everything. Like Cock Baby, because it's funny. Okay, what's funny about this is the fact that it's on the film too. There's a scene in the film where the letters of her old bakery fall down. Instead of saying Cake Baby, it kind of says Cock Baby. And so I remember that one from the script, and I said it here, and I remember just feeling so proud of that one. I was like, God damn it, that's funny. I want it to be shown. It wasn't, but that's fine. I still have a lot of fun. It was really cool. So, yeah. Maybe, who knows, maybe I might find that edit one day. We'll see. Okay, so let's move on. So this is a scene that we're gonna see twice, which is scene 41 of Bridesmaids. I'm trying to adjust my chair here. The reason why we're gonna see it twice is because I worked on this film twice, pretty much. Well, not this scene, twice, pretty much. I was script supervisor for someone else, another director, and then I acted this scene on another one myself. You're gonna see here in a bit. Before anything else, I just want to mention this is Rico Martinez scene. I just want to shout him out. He made a great set. Teamwork. It was a ton of fun. He gave us pizza as well. Really nice person. Really felt like team effort overall. And as you can see, there was a lot of people. There was a lot of people there on set. I think this has to be the biggest one, like with the most amount of people that I work with, right? I think so. Yeah, it has to be. It has to be. So, yeah, I just want to mention that you should check out Rico's content. His name is Rico Martinez. Just look him up, search him up on Instagram. Yeah, I just want to shout him out. He did a lot for me. As I mentioned before earlier, he gave my backpack back to me. So, yeah, really nice person. Then there's Jasmine, the person who directed earlier. She was co-director. Then Annie is Lily. No, wait. Lily is Annie. That yeah. She's the one that was before on the Weatherby scene. Michael Collins, actor. He's also a really good actor. Was taking an acting class and this class at the same time, so he was like getting double the the experience. Lily Magdasnian. I don't remember her. I don't think she showed up on set actually. Hannah again, another. She was assistant director again. As I said before, if I work with her again, I would like to I want her have like do a role that she wants, not just assistant director. I don't know. Adriade. I think that's how you say her name. I don't know her. She was costume designer. I mean, costumes. I mean, cop costumes is like simple. You're playing a cop. You're wearing a cop costume. But the one for what's it called? Annie was our professor said it was pretty good. So she did good. Rico edited this. I didn't know he edited it. Nice. That's good. That's good. I mean, I like the edit. Well, you guys will see why it's good. Vought Jelks as a photographer. Oh yeah, I work with this guy on my producing class. Yeah, he's a really good photographer, and I don't think he is a strongest director. He was both when we were doing our photography class, but no, overall I think he's a good photographer. Honestly, if I could, I work with him if he's down. He's a very outgoing person, very positive too. Johnny, I don't remember this guy. I don't remember Johnny. Okay, then Celine again. She's the actress, the one that was photographer before on the cop scene where I was Langdon. Shannon and sound again. She does a lot of sound. She's really good at it. Then there's me, Diego Vargas, as script supervisor. Gaffer Jerry, I don't remember this guy. Tyler Cullins, I work with them in a couple of producing projects. Like at the end of the semester, a bunch of students from the producing class got to make their own films. I helped, and on their set, I met Tyler. He seems to be the guy. He helps a lot too. He's cool. Then Sophia is also one I worked with before, and yeah, that's a pretty big set. I don't want to take too much credit when it comes to this. I don't really want to give too much feedback. As a matter of fact, I don't even want to show it because I don't know. I didn't ask for permission, but still, I just want to shout them out. Thank you for the experience. Thank you for everything. Everyone was really nice and cool, and I hope I work with you guys again in the future. So let's play it. See maybe if I can give any feedback. Well, I guess I do have some feedback, some ideas. So yeah, let's play it.
That sounds rough.
But it should get better, right?
Yeah, it should get better. You know, my sister was maid of honor for our cousin's wedding. She found the whole thing so stressful, her hair started falling out.
That's terrible.
I mean, it grew back, but it was pretty gross. You know, if I had a wedding, I'd want everybody to go through it stress-free. You know, I'd like it to be like a carnival. You know, people getting prizes for guessing the bride's weight or a dunk tank. Oh, right!
You could have elephant, and then the bride and groom could walk on a tightrope.
What you're describing out there is a circus wedding. It's close, but not the same.
Sorry.
You know.
Okay, so something that I just thought about while I was watching is bias. Not bias, but like kind of like team preference. What I mean by this is like I didn't get the chance to see a lot of films made from, because remember my class is divided into two sections. One section is from theater majors, people who already know about acting and all that stuff, and film majors, but they're acting as well. There's two sections. Then there's the directing. Well, that's two sections. in the acting class. Then there's the directing class, which is different from ours. But pretty much our class for acting is divided into those two sections. So the thing is, I did not get the chance to see a lot of film majors act. As a matter of fact, I think I'm one of the few film majors who acted the most. I mean, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know if Lily and here, what's it called, Michael. I don't know if they're film majors or maybe they're theater majors, but I did see them do a lot of work. But what I mean by this is the fact that I feel like some directors picked the actors who are more experienced and who know more, pretty much, who are better at acting. I don't know how to feel about this because it's like, I don't know. Remember how I said that I got like smaller roles? Or maybe this is like the right way to be better, right? Because I got smaller roles. Again, I got the scene with Langdon where I don't speak. I get the scene with the Chinese restaurant where I leave the scene early. I don't stay for the whole scene. And yeah, I also get the what's it called? I forgot, but like the one where I look handsome, the one that has like the video where it has the most views on my channel. That video, what's it called? Scene 43 of Bridesmaids. No, Weatherby. God damn it. I don't get like I'm the one with the least lines. I mean, to be fair, I'm like the only male character. I'm supposed to be a male character on that scene, but my point is that I don't get that many lines. I don't get that much to do, and I got roles where I got less stuff to do. And the thing is, when I got the bridesmaid scene and I was Lillian, I did better because I felt important. I felt like I was I mattered to the scene because I got a lot of dialogue, a lot of things to do, and that made me improve like a lot. Like that skyrocketed my acting performance. And the thing is, a lot of people come out of that. A lot of people saw how I become better, and then like a lot of people went up to me and asking me for to work with them. You know, if I was gonna be here next semester, if I'm gonna be do acting again. You know, they saw that I had potential, that I was improving, right? And the thing is, I didn't get the chance, and like I don't know. I feel like they even said during class, some classmates that are like, "Oh, I chose this actor for this reason because he's good, right?" And I felt bad because I feel like there's some actors in my class who didn't like they're film majors who didn't get the chance to like, experiment and like do the fun stuff in like do fun stuff in the class when it comes to fun roles and everything. And the reason, like one reason for it, might be because of the fact that people have a preference to choose the good actors, the good the experienced actors, and that's because they want to have a good film and everything. They want to look good and everything. But I don't know. I feel like if when it comes to my turn to direct, I want to give people who aren't as experienced a chance. I want to because like what if they end up liking acting the same way I did? I want to make them better and make them improve. That is if they want to, of course. If they don't, then well, of course, can't do anything about that. But what I'm saying is that like I don't want to. When it comes to my turn to direct, I don't want to just choose the best. I don't just want to choose the best people because there are some people who are beginning who want to do great and they might not get the chance to play a role that's gonna make them shine because the director might choose a very experienced actor because they want to look good themselves. They want to show their directing skills. I don't know. I feel like this is the case here. I don't know, cause like this is like the two best actors in my one of the two best actors here in my class, and I felt like yeah, they were chosen just because of that reason. And it would have been cool to see somebody else give a shot at a scene like this. So yeah, that's just what I think. However, yeah, I mean, you could say that I'm also jealous that they're better than me. Yeah, that's true. I am. Well, what can I say? So yeah, just that's just how I think. That's what I want to do in the future when I become a director myself. But so far, again, doing great. The lighting, cinematography is great. Everything just great about it. There's also this one idea that Rico had that I really like. You'll see here.
Just a suggestion. Maybe instead of spending money and time on the wedding business, you could try figuring out how to get your next baby out.
I don't do that anymore.
What?
I'm done with that stuff. Ew. This one's weird.
You got the ugly carrots. Yeah, there's one in every bag. You have to eat it.
No, I'm not eating that.
Yeah, well, I'll eat it.
No, don't eat that. Gross.
Ah! Look, don't litter. Don't litter. I'll find you. But seriously, don't do that. Promise me.
Hey, I didn't realize that you could be a cop if you weren't a citizen.
Well, you can't, actually. But they made a special dispensation for me. You know, I'm so strong.
All right. Something I remembered now while I was watching this is the fact that oh yeah, puppets. You're all fucking puppets. If you get that reference, you're a G. But no, yeah. Something I remember that I kind of disagree with. It's not just something that Rico did. I've seen a lot of directors say it. I mentioned before how they're controlling. How instead of leaving the actors to the discovery, they tell the actors how they're supposed to be. Like, oh, you're gonna lean in and be close at this. Like when I say so, like right here, you're gonna lean in, close, and then cut. Yeah, you know, pretty much how directors are portrayed in movies, and that's how people act. In some sets, and I don't know. Whenever I look at it, I'm like, that's cool and everything, but that's not like putting the entire trust on your actors. Like I don't know. Maybe you could like lead them to get them to like lean in for that kiss because you're gonna see in a bit they do try to like lean in for a kiss, but if I remember correctly, Rico told them to. And I feel like it would have been cooler and better. I mean, this is just like my perspective as an actor. If he doesn't force it, instead he just like hints at it, leads the actors towards that discovery, gives them that idea. I might be wrong. Maybe they did discuss it as a group, and they did want to do that. I don't know, but I don't know. When I even remember, like when we were on set, people was like, "Okay, no." Rico was like, "Okay, you're gonna start leaning over for a kiss right now." Like as we were filming, like he was talking through the film itself, and I don't know. For me, I guess this is just my preference. But if I was an actor, I wouldn't really like that. I don't really will like the director for me to tell me what to do on certain time because that just that shows me that they don't put a lot of trust in what I can do in my own discovery. And yeah, I guess that would just like it would make it so I would lose trust. That's just me though. Maybe it's different for them because I know they're like closer friends, Lily and Michael with Rico, so maybe they don't mind it. But like I would suggest to Rico. I mean, I don't think he's watching this, but like if you're working with like an actor that you're not familiar with, that you don't know, just try to build trust and don't be as controlling. Yeah, like as Professor Keenan said, like don't try to have them be your puppets. You're all fucking puppets. Okay. If you get that reference, you're a G. I know I did it twice, but yeah. Yeah, so let's end it and let's move on. I don't want to stay too much on this film because again, it's not mine. I only script supervised. I talked about my experience script supervising in a different video, so check that out.
Yeah, you're a tough cop.
Okay, you said that, but you were laughing. Hey, I didn't even have a chance to flex. That's not fair. I am tough.
Yeah, well, so am I. I could be a cop.
You think you could be a cop?
Yeah.
Okay. Sun's nearly coming up. Let me see what you mean.
Okay, I like the last part. Obviously, like it's good, but I would have just suggested it that you have your actors discover that, and also like the fact that we stay on Annie here, because she's the main character after all. So obviously we want to see her intentions and what she wants. So yeah, I don't want to talk about this film too much because it didn't really play a huge role in it. So there's nothing much I can say. I don't want to critique it too much either because like you can do that with anything, and like I'd rather critique my own work than somebody else's because I don't know if they're gonna. I mean, if I'm gonna critique somebody's work, I at least want to know that they're paying attention to it. So I would like tell them face to face. That's just me though. That's just how I prefer it. But who knows? Maybe the Rico's watching this. Who knows? Anyway, this is the last scene I made for the semester for fall. Yeah, I wish I could have done films before the fall, before like my own, like do my own thing. But I didn't get to. I now know that I can do that. That I can talk to people and figure out something, find a way to make a film together, make a schedule. But before that, I was too shy to reach out to people and ask for help. And speaking of, this is this is another one where it's just the actors and the directors again. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not do all things by yourself. Have a second opinion, help with the lighting, photography. If I could give feedback to Zoe, I would say the same thing that Professor said. Just like have somebody help you with the camera, and then your whole focus would be more towards directing and giving the actors direction. I know I did like a couple, like I did like this is the thing. Okay, I know I said before that the like my film before that where I did the ring thing where I was Lillian. I know I said that was my best performance, but I would say this was like a second close. I think the reason why I don't like this one too much is because I did drift off on a couple of times. I goofed around a lot. I did a lot of things. The thing is, each take on this scene was different, and I love the fact that it was different. But yeah, I guess the edit the Zoe chose, it kind of showed one where I was like bobbing my head, drifting off, looking down. I didn't do as much eye contact, and I think the reason for that is because I was nervous, obviously, and yeah, I was just doing all that. But overall, I did play around a lot. We did like I had fun with this one as well, and I wish I could also get because I remember there was this one take where I tripped over Celine's legs when I was trying to pick up the carrot. It was really funny. I really hoped she kept that one. There was also this one take where I was like, I don't know how it was, but it was like there was this line I say where it's like, "Oh, don't litter, I'll find you." But instead of saying "I'll find you," I said "I'll shoot you." I don't know. I think yeah, it's good. It's good to improvise. It makes you free. It makes you more comfortable. It makes you creative. It's nice to share your ideas, what you think. So yeah, without further ado, let's look at the final scene that we have. Scene 41, Bridesmaids.
That sounds rough.
Okay, we already gotta stop. So you could see that I try to sit down on the car, but I can't. I fall.
That sounds rough.
Like I fall, but they don't show it. They cut too much. They cut too soon. Yeah. Also, there's another role where I let my beard grow because it said on the script that my beard, like I let my beard mustache grow. And on the script it said that Rhodes, it has that a beard and a mustache. Now I'm shaved because I think I look better like this. But yeah, I grew it out just for the scene. It doesn't work too well. I don't know. It didn't grow out all the way, but sure, we'll work with it.
Better, right?
I'm sure it got better. My sister was maid of honor.
Okay, there's several things I can say about this, right? One thing that I like is that you can tell my secrets. You can tell that I'm testing her. You can tell that I like her, but I'm not showing it. I remember there was like this smirk at the end. I need tissues. Yeah, so there's like this smirk at the end, like when that I do when she's not looking. I think that's pretty cool. It shows that I like her, but I'm not showing it. Again, this is supposed to be like a romantic scene. These two like each other. I feel like you can tell from that in this scene. The cock, the cock costume is really cool. You can see that it looked like a cock. Yeah. Let's keep going. Our cousin's wedding, and she found it so stressful that her hair started falling out. Okay, right here. This is what I mean by the smirk. Right here. Look at this. I can see it. Yeah, right here. You can see me slightly smiling. It's like I'm looking for her approval. That's what I like about it so much. It's like you can tell that I like her. You can tell that I want her to like me, and that smirk right there sells it. You know, you can tell that I'm keeping secrets. That's the thing. Oh yeah,
Terrible.
right there. Right there, I'm drifting off. Right there, I'm not paying attention. I'm not present. Look at her. She has just her line, and then look at me. I'm bowing my head, not paying attention. Not ideal.
Terrible.
You always want to be present. You always want to look at her, pay attention as what's going on. Because like, imagine if you saw that in a movie. You'd be like, what's going on? Why is he not paying attention? Was he not ready? You always gotta be ready. Pay attention. Look at her. I guess I was just nervous. I don't know. Oh yeah, you could tell I got close because romantic scene. Well, I grew back. It was pretty gross. You know, planning a wedding should be fun. If I ever had a wedding, I'd like it to be stress-free for everyone. I'd like it to be like a carnival. People would win prizes for guessing the bride's weight and dunk tanks.
And then there could be elephants, and the bride and the groom could walk a tightrope.
What you're talking about there is a circus wedding.
Totally different thing.
You just missed it.
Sorry.
I like my hand movement. I don't know. I feel like that adds to the character. Shows that I'm adding my own personality to the character. Let's see what else. I'm adding my own personality. Yeah, you can tell that here I'm being more reactive to it. Also, she's a good actress, by the way. You can tell she's doing a lot from her eyes. Like, well, she's showing a lot of emotion through her eyes. Yeah, the head movement. I'm looking for approval. You can tell there are some parts like where I forget my lines. Like right here, I'm like taking my time to remember my lines. It could be good in some instances, but I believe in those I think there should have been some parts where I'm saying my lines and we see her reaction to me saying my lines. I think that could have worked, but still, what we got from the edit, it was still good, decent, but you know, trying different stuff like seeing her reaction while I'm talking could also be beneficial. As I said before, she's the main character. She is Annie, the main character, and getting more from her perspective would be cool as well. Again, it should be 50-50 because the scene is both Rhodes and Annie's scene, so it should be 50-50. But yeah, I feel like maybe I should have like helped when it comes to the edit, but seeing her reaction as I talk. I mean, maybe not in the beginning because what I'm saying is not really as important. So maybe towards later. But yeah, let's move on. Prices for guessing the bride's weight and dunk tanks.
And then there could be elephants, and the bride and the groom could walk a tightrope.
What you're talking about there is a circus wedding.
Totally different thing.
You just missed it.
Sorry.
Okay, well, I know I was saying like I was giving praises to Celine, but I just noticed right here she's kind of like not paying attention. Same thing that I was doing before. Well, not paying attention. Maybe she was maybe she was just nervous too. I don't know. You just missed it.
Sorry.
You know, instead of spending your time and money on all this wedding business, you should be really thinking about opening up your next bakery?
I'm done with all that.
What? Yeah, I think over here in this section, more eye contact beneficial. More eye contact from me.
I don't do it anymore.
Oh yeah, I like this part too. I give like a little smirk while she's trying the carrot. Subtle things like that adds a lot. It shows that I like her, but I can't say. No, yeah. You didn't let me flex that time. I don't know. I feel like I'm acting like a teenage girl. Yeah, I don't know why I do that. And she just pokes me in my tricep. I guess she didn't want to feel the whole arm. Oh well. I'm tough. Yeah, you see, I say I'm tough
So am
twice.
I could be a cop.
You could be a cop?
Yeah.
Okay. Sun's nearly up. Let's see if you got what it takes. Again, subtle. It's subtle. I like the subtle movements, the subtle things that I do. That smile I give at the end. Subtle, but you get the point. Yeah, this right here, both of those smiles, you can tell what that means. It means we like each other, but we can't say it. Obviously, not really. It's in film form. It's not real. It's just the characters. But yeah, we're just acting, as you know. Okay? Let's see now. What I feel like that's it for this one. I mean, again, you can see the subtle things that I do. I think actually, I don't know if I prefer this one over the ring scene, because I really like my performance on this one. I did play a lot, and I like my performance in general. I feel like towards the beginning I was doing bad. Well, not bad, but like I wasn't giving my 100%. But as I did more takes and I got more comfortable with the scene, things started to feel more natural. You can tell, really, like towards like you can go watch this. This is on my channel, but you can tell that at the beginning, not that good. Towards the end, better, more natural, and you know both our interactions feel natural, which is ideal when it comes to a film. You don't want it to be acted. You want it to be good. Yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. Overall, this was a really fun film. Again, I had a lot of fun with this one. Just tried different things. Cruz was there too, which was funny. He was like my little assistant. And yeah, everything went well. It's a pretty good film overall, and it was fun. And yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much about it. Celine did a good job. I did a good job. I don't know what else to say about that film that I could critique it. I critiqued the parts where I wasn't paying attention. Could have been improved. By the way, this just shows that you don't need a lot of equipment, lighting, or anything to make a good film. It was still good. This was just 3 people, by the way, and it was still good. So, yeah. Celine graduated, so I don't know if I'm gonna see her on a class again. I mean, I would like to work with her in the future. She's a good actress, but we'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens. So, I think that's it. That took me longer than I expected. This video is probably like an hour and 30 minutes long. Holy shit, this is like the longest video I've recorded. I was planning on recording like 4 videos today, but right now I recorded like 6. I mean, this video technically is like 6 videos combined all together, so you guys are getting treated today. And the thing is, you guys are still getting a video tomorrow, so congrats. But yeah, overall, I had a ton of fun with filming, meeting so many people this semester. It was a ton of fun, and I really hope I get to do it all over again next semester. And then the next one after that. And I just want to build a good portfolio, meet lots of people, get contacts, and just have overall fun. This is like, the thing is, as I said at the beginning of this video, you know, it felt kind of like work at the beginning, but as I got more experience and I got into different sets, it felt more like playing, and it still does. Even when I was script supervisor, I still have fun. I still have felt like playing. Time went by so fast, and I just love film overall, and I can't wait. I can't wait to show you guys what I can do, what I'm capable, and improve on. I'm so happy that I'm able to do this, and yeah, I'm really blessed to do what I love, and hopefully one day I'm able to do this for a living and become good at it. Become good at it and improve with people around me, with a good, strong set of people. That's my dream. So yeah, thank you if you made it this far, and or you just get towards the end. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're new or like my channel, and always remember to live your life like there's no tomorrow.